Okay, hello everyone. Good morning. Good morning in my time zone. Wait, my BGM is kinda high. I'm gonna decrease it. Okay, okay. So maybe you are wondering why my model is not moving at all. It's because I forgot to charge my phone. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so maybe in about 30 minutes, maybe my phone will be charged maybe in at 10% so I can use it. But for now, let's just stick with this still PNG image, okay? Wait, I'm gonna drink. My voice sounds a little different now because, there's a little of my morning voice here. Oh yeah, that's slow. 30 minutes? Yeah, it's an iPhone, man. It's an iPhone. I use iPhone for my webcam. So that's why. Maybe not. Maybe 20%. I don't know. So yeah. Let's start today's lesson, shall we? Wait. Oh, wait, I'm setting up a little bit. Okay. Aldous iPhone, not an Aldous iPhone, but yeah. It's an iPhone XS. Yeah, XS. Okay, anyway. Okay, welcome everyone to the art lesson episode 3. If you haven't watched the first episode and second episode, please do watch it. And on today's lesson, we're gonna be learning how to draw eyes and also hair. But first, we're gonna learn how to draw eyes. So this is what you will be learning today. The first one is in real life references and also stylization. And then the last one is step by step. So we have to see the in real life reference first before we draw, because of course anime style is comes from the in real life references but with a twist. But yeah, as you can see in the first one here, wait, you can see the eyes from the front, the very front, and then this one is from the bottom low angle, and this one is from the side angle. And yeah, eyes are one of the form of the expression and also the main object is of an illustration, because when you see an illustration first, the first thing that you will be seeing is the eyes, because when we as human, we always look for an interaction. So yeah, eyes are one of them. So we have to see the base form first. So eye consists of top base, bottom base, eyelid, iris, pupil, and eyelashes. As you can see here, I made like a guide for it. So the first one is this one, pupil, or sometimes the pupil usually looks so black, and then the iris are the one who got colored. Like for example, for Western people, it's sometimes blue in the iris, and then for maybe European person, usually it's green or grayish color. Yeah, and then usually the one that made a character to an eye is the top base and bottom base. So it comes with a very different sizes and also shapes. Yeah, this is the base form of the eye. Here, you must learn what are the rules for the eyes. So the first one is when the eyes are closing, top side of the eyes are closing first. Like for example, in the animation on the right there, when the eyes are closing, usually the top side always be closing maybe for like 80% of it are closing first, and then the white circles, or yeah, like the circle around the eyes, are usually created by lighting I say usually because sometimes in anime they don't have a law for it, because sometimes they just added like a star or heart, you know. You know that, right? So yeah, but in realism sometimes the like white circle looking thing is created from lighting. So for example, if the lighting comes from on top of the eye, so yeah, the highlight will be at the top of the eye too. And then white part of the eyes aren't 100% white. This is for realism also, because you know, when it sometimes depends on the lighting, because when it's night it will be more grayish, and yeah, it won't be 100% white. But if it's in anime, it's okay though if it's 100% white, because you know, that's one of the stylization. And that's the next one, stylization. So now that you know the realism rule for it, now it's time to break it, because you know, rules are meant to be break. Not all of the rules, but for art, rules are meant to be break. Like this, for example, stylization is for over dramatic, because you know, when you draw an anime, you want to capture like the character and the personality and everything. So you have to over dramatic everything, in anatomy, in face, expression, personality. You have to over dramatic everything. Like for example, an anime eye, like this. Usually the anime eyes are bigger than usual human face, right? So this is the base form. Look at that. It's not that different than the realism one, but as you can see here, parts of the eye usually are not combined. Like for example, top lid and bottom lip. Usually in more cuter style, they usually just erase this one, this side one, or should I say this is what this is the bottom lid actually. All of these are bottom lid, but yeah, usually they just kind of remove it or just kind of separate this so it looks more anime. And then usually the eyelashes are not that many. Maybe they only put 3, but mine, in my style, I just put only 3 eyelashes, like here, here, and here. But like for example, this one is from Kelly. Yeah, her artist is just putting just 3. First one in the middle, this one and this one, and yeah, that for the eyelashes. And for this one is called eyelid. Usually if you want your character to look more beautiful, you can just put eyelid on top of all of the eye. So but in this art style, they just put it here. It's okay, it depends on your art style. So this I kind of love to draw eye, because you know, it really depends on your creativity, and also yeah, you can just do a freestyle for it. So yeah, iris can be bigger than the pupil. Like for example here, they just put the pupil here, a very small. Usually in the realism, the pupil, the size of the pupil and the iris are usually the same. No, not the same, but it kind of has the same ratio, like 1:2 ratio, like this one. But in anime style, it's up to you. And there are also some art style that doesn't have pupil. They just remove it completely, like this one, this black circle thing. Sometimes they just remove it completely. But yeah, again, depends on your art style. And yeah, of course, the eyelash are thicker. They sometimes comes with like half circle form, like this. Or you can see, like for example, the thicker eyelashes that I've ever seen is from Festia Zeta. you can see her character design. She has very thick eyelashes. Yeah, that's again art style. Alright, eyes also can be used in character design, like this one. Like for example, if you want to create an innocent looking one, you can just drag the eyes down like this. And then if you want the mature one, you can use more smaller eyes and also more straight eyelashes like this. Or if you want a calm character, you can just put a droopy eye like this, a very sideways looking eye like this. And then if you want a yandere, you can just remove like all of the highlights like this. And then if you want an evil looking, you can just drag the eyes down like this, drag the eyes to the middle like this, so it can look more evil. But still, you don't have to use this all the time, because sometimes I've seen an anime that the characters are looking like this one, but their personality is actually not innocent at all. So yeah, but for this anime, they have the same character as their eyes. So yeah, and then I don't know to talk about this one, but it's a good tip, a bonus tip for you. You can draw eyes from Amokus. I'm just gonna continue. Okay, this is eyes on every angle in my style, okay? But still, you have to know the rule first, okay? So the rule is when the eyes are looking, well, for example, looking at the right. So usually for example, if the character is looking at the right, and then the right eye should look more dense and tighter when it comes to the base form. Look at that. It becomes smaller and smaller to every angle, and then gone. This one is nose, by the way. This one is nose, and then this one is from the side way. Look at that. And then look at this, for example, at the side view. It's not actually very round. It usually looks more oval. You can see it in the realism one. I'm gonna head back to the in real life references. Look at that. The eyes are still curl at the front, but still, there are anime that usually looks more oval and not 100% circle. But still, in realism style, still, you cannot just put a circle at the side view like this. You have to make it more oval, and usually the pupil are placed like behind here. Oh yeah. And then this one is eyes when closing. Still, in my style, there are some style that just make the eyes just look more happier than usual. But I want to put like a little realism to it. So yeah, this is eyes when closing in my style. And this one is eyes coloring step. I like a little more simpler style, very basic anime looking style. I kind of love that. So the step that I use is just the first one is sketch, line art, and then base color. And then I just put a little shading on the half of the eye, and then I just put the pupil. I usually like to put a pupil that is a black, not completely black. Maybe I just put a little blue for it, and then just add more highlight like this. I add that to the bottom of it, and then 2 on top, and then 1 on the right side, like that. But still, it depends on your art style. So yeah, this one is an example from other art style. So how do the anime eye can look so beautiful when you see it? Because it's because so the first aspect of that is to add more highlights to it. Like for example, this one. So this one is like the basic looking one, like the shading on the half of the eye, and then the pupil. Look at this, the pupil is kind of very small. And then after that, the steps are just adding highlight, like this one, adding the first highlight, the green highlight, and then they just put the shading on top of the highlight, and more highlight, and then shading again, and then more highlight, white highlight, and then this is the end result. They just put a lot of highlight. That is what make an anime eye can look so beautiful. You just add a lot of highlight, which is that wouldn't happen in real life, because you know how to make that kind of highlight. Actually, they just put a star on top of this, but still, see, it depends on your creativity. Yeah, but still, it's eyes are like the big factor of what makes your art style your art style. So yeah, you have to do a lot of experimental for this. So maybe you can replicate someone's art style first, and then you can add your twist. Maybe you like a heart shape, you can add heart shape on every of your eyes. You can do that also. Okay, that is all for the eye. And for reminder again, you don't have to worry that because this stream will be archived, and also you can download this in PDF form. I will send you after I finish this lesson, today's lesson, okay? But still, I always say this all the time. You really need to do a photo study, because I've done a lot of it. Like for this one, like you can search up for a real life photo in Pinterest, and then you can trace it, or you can redraw it, so that you know the realism of an eye. But still, if you want your art style to go to, like for example, Chainsaw Man's art style, do you guys watch it? So Chainsaw Man's art style is more of like realism, but they kind of simplify it. But still, their eyes can look so realistic when it comes to like a very close angle. So yeah. So my point is, you have to learn from the real life reference, like this one. Yeah, that is all for my tip. Actually, I have one more tip actually. This tip is kind of it's very good for the beginner artist. So my tip is to open Genshin or any other RPG game that has anime style, because I usually learn many things from Genshin, actually, not from the gameplay, but actually from the model. So you can just go in Genshin, you can go to like a archive, not archive. It's like a gallery of character, and you can open it, and then you can rotate it on every angle that you want to. So for example, if you like this one, I took this from Clay from Genshin Impact. You can for example, Clay, you can open Clay's character, and then you can zoom in on her eyes, and then you can rotate it so that you guys can see how the eyes would look when it comes to every angle, like that. Genshin or any other anime RPG, but I do love Genshin because they have a like a very simple style. Yeah, that's all for my tip. And then now we're heading to the next lesson, which is hair lesson. Wait. Ta-da! Alright. Hair. What is hair? Okay, this is what you will learn today. In real life references, stylization of course, and then hair on character design, and then the last one is step by step. So hair is just layer plus layer plus layer and plus layer. There are so many layers, that's why the hair can look so full in 3D and not just like a flat surface. So yeah, this is the breakdown. So there are 3. Oh wait, I'm so sorry. It's Oh gosh, it's an Indonesian word here. I'm gonna change it to English when I'm about to send you the PDF. I'm so sorry. So this one translate to there are 3 parts of hair. The first one is bangs. Bangs are the red one. This one is bang. And then the side one is this one, the blue one, like this. The blue one is the side one, and then the back. Last one is the back. This is the back. Okay. So that's the realism, but still, if you want to stylize it, it would look like this. For example, from hair strands to chunks, like this. There are a lot of strands, like, yeah, see, the realism one. And then when you want to make it an anime, you have to make it like chunks like this. A bunch of chunks of hair, like this. This is the bangs, and then this one is side. And then the last one is the back, like that. You have to simplify it. But still, here are the rules for it, okay? This one is a simple hair form like this. See, the chunks of the hair are right like this, but still they put very, not very realistic, but still they just scratch all of that for the shading and also for the texture of the hair. That wouldn't look so good. So yeah, you shouldn't put a realistic shading on a simple hair form. That's the wrong one, and this one is the right one. Simple hair form like that, chunks of hair, and then the shading is also very simple. And this one is the light sources are from the top. They just put the highlight on top of this. It's good. And this one is good also. The opposite of the first one. So realistic hair form, very realistic, but the shading, there aren't any shading at all. But still, you can just put a little highlight just to make your character more alive, but it still look good. Realistic hair form plus simple shading. And this one is the like the midway of it, just semi-realistic hair form and then semi-realistic shading. Like how to make a semi-realistic looking one. Like you just need to learn the realistic one, and then you can simplify not all of it, but maybe some of it, so your character can look more semi-realistic and not simple. And this one is just another art tip for you. It looks good actually. This artist didn't put the Among Us one. They put this one first, but it looks more. It looks normal, right? But and then when you put the before image, it's an Among Us. So okay, I'm just gotta stop talking. Okay, hair and character design. Okay, hand can be drawn to show personality. Same like the eyes. So this one is from, I'm sorry for the cutout here. And this from my Common Elegant. She has straight and long hair that can make your character more calm and elegant, especially the color black. Color black hair. So another example is Yukino from Oregairu. And then this one is from Himawari Oresuki, the last year anime. You can make your character to look more cheerful and careless by adding a very bright color and also the tie knot like this, and also a cute hairpin. And this one is Toga from Boku no Hero. It's edgy and aggressive because of the spikiness of the hair like that. Or maybe you can add red color, a red dangerous color, to make your character more evil. And then this one is another example, Mysterious Sensei. It's from, I don't know this anime actually, I just found this on Google. So yeah, you can make your character to look more mysterious and shy just by covering one of the eye like that, or mature like this one. hair and smother. You can make like a braid hairstyle like that. Usually this hair is just used for main character smother, but still you can just make your character to look like this just to make it more mature. Alright, these are the tips before you draw hair. Okay, so you have to decide where the hairline is. So hairline is where the hair starts to grow. Like for example, there are a hairstyle that starts from the middle, but you don't have to put it like really middle. Yeah, you can put it like on this way and also this way, but still hairlines are usually from this top area. And then the second tip is the hair is not as straight as spike like that. It would look so cartoony. It's okay though if you want to look your character to look more cartoony, but in anime style, it follows a realism rule like this. The hair is curvy like this. And then the next one, even when the wind blows, there are still curvy like that. For example, it's still curvy. No matter how strong the wind is, the hair would look more like a curvy like this. And it also a 3D object like this. Like for example, I put a lot of add-on layer like this to look so my hair can look more 3D, because you know it's a 3D object. And then this one, its hairline is actually not completely straight as I've shown here. This one is actually straight, right? But no, it's actually spiky like this. It depends on your art style though. You can make your character your character's hairline just straight. There are some art style that do that. So yeah, that's one thing is very important, because I usually forgot that hair is a 3D object. I just put everything in 2D. It looks kind of stiff. So I want to make my character to look natural. So I just put a lot of 3D object like this one. I usually just put the shading on the back of this one. Yeah. So this is actually my old art style, because you know I made this presentation in 2021. So yeah, bear with me, okay? So I do love a little semi-realism back then. So I'm just gonna like showcase you what my art style looks like back in 2021. So the first one is sketch, and then line art. I love a little messy line art back then, and I just put the flat color and a simple shadow and highlight. Where should I put the shadow? It usually in the back of the hair like this. This one is actually I took it from an anime. I forgot what the anime was. So yeah, I just put the shadow here. Yes, yeah, you need to remember that this is a 3D object. Yeah, some shadow in here, and then the highlight on top of the hair like this. I just put a lighter yellow like that, and then I added a lot of shadow like here on the back of the hair like here, and then on the hairline like this, and then I just blend it like this. Maybe not every software has blending tool. Actually, every software has blending tool, but the names are different. But in Clip Studio Paint that I use, it's called blending tool, and I can just make the shadow make the shadow softer, and also the highlight softer. Just everything softer. I love to soften everything in my old art style. And then the last step is just adding highlight here. I just put like a light ring here. And then the last one is to make everything saturated like this. But still, I still love my art style, but yeah, it's not, I don't love it as much now. But still, the steps are different, depends on your art style. Maybe I should put my newest art style here. Wait, okay. I'm gonna look for my newest artwork, which is Moona's artwork that I made last week. Nowadays, I really love to do a simplistic style like this, and more of a not spiky, but can I call this spiky? Yeah, actually. I love to put like a lot of spikes on the shading of the hair. But still. See, I didn't put any blending to it. I just like this kind of art style now. Like, it's called cell shading actually. Cell shading is shading that is not looking blurry. So the shading usually looks solid, like a solid shape, like that. Yeah. But still, maybe if you want to draw a hair for the first time, you don't have to think about the shading, because you know the shading looks complicated. Like you have to put a shadow like on the back of the hair, and you can put a shadow on the bottom of the second layer like this. So I usually just put 2 layers on this. Like this one is the bang and this one is the side. Because of the bangs are on top of the side of the hair, you can just put the shading on the back of the bangs like this. Yeah. Maybe you don't have to think about the shading if you are a beginner artist. You can just draw, maybe you can experiment with sketching first. Like you try so many hairstyles, because there are so many that I cannot show you all of it. Like you can draw a short. Oh wait, I forgot to put one more example of a tomboy character. But yeah, tomboy character usually just put a boy's hair on a girl's character, like this one actually. So yeah, maybe you can try this one, like a simple hair form and also simple shading. But when you are already comfortable with this simple looking, maybe you can try to make your character to look more realistic. And then maybe if you love semi-realism, you can do it like this. But still, so I have one more tip actually. One more tip is to look for more tutorials and not depending on my tutorial, because I intentionally not put like the complete tutorial so that you guys can explore it on your own. You guys can watch other tutorial. There are a tutorial that that comes from a semi-realism artist and also a realism artist. Like for example, I recommend you to watch WLOP and also who's that realism artist that I really Guweiz, Guweiz. I love her style really much, because back then she was my one of my impression, because you know I really love realism style back then. So that's why my old art style is looking like this, more of a realistic one, because back then I really love to follow so many realism artists. But nowadays I like to I like my character to look more anime, especially when I do animation now. I really love to simplify everything. So yeah, you really need to look for many references and also many tutorials. That is my last tip. So yeah, if you guys have any question, you guys can check it. Just check WLOP. That's way advanced. See, yeah. I mean, she uses 3D model for her artwork. It's just too advanced. I think WLOP is just the highest form of digital art. You guys have any question? I actually want to show you, or not just show you. I want to make a specific lesson for nose and mouth, but I don't think you really need that because you know, anime nose is just like a dot. Anime's nose are like a dot, and then the mouth usually just straight up like a cartoon. The smile, like for example, the smile one is just one. It's just one layer, like this, for example. So yeah, I don't really need to make a specific tutorial for this, right? For nose and mouth. So yeah. Okay, no question for today. As usual, you can ask me anytime on my Discord. You can ask it. I haven't announced this on stream, but now I have forum. I have a forum, Discord forum. Actually, you guys can just ask it there, and there will be more art tutorials that will be shared by some of my member, and also myself. I will put a lot of tutorial on that forum, and you guys can just ask it there, and you guys can just hit me up in the DM anytime if you want to ask anything. Male hair, if it doesn't seem to have line, more of a dot. What do you mean? Dot? What do you mean by dot? Yeah, I forgot to add some male hair example, but still, the base of the hair is still the same, but the male is usually doesn't have like the side of the hair, if you know. Like this, I'm gonna show you the example. I'm just gonna look for male reference, okay? Maybe I can teach you one thing or two about male hair. This one. Yeah. This one has everything of it. The first one, the left side. This one has everything, like the bangs, side, and then the back. But what about this one, the left one? This is called, I forgot what it is called, but I have a barber. My barber always told me that this is a popular hairstyle, but I forgot what was it. I forgot what this hairstyle called, but still, it doesn't have bang. You can just put it on the back like that. But still, this character has the side hair like this. I cannot show you how to show my cursor. I have to use my cursor to show you clearly. But yeah, you have to look for many references like this. But the male hair, usually the back of the hair is shorter, and then the hairline is more appear than the girl's one, like that. Yeah. Actually, that is all. You don't have any question? I'm not a master at drawing mail in general. But still, I'm learning. I'm still learning too. It's not just you who's learning. Me also learning. Okay? No question? Oh yeah, next week. I think next week we're gonna be learning how shading. I will teach you the next level of the shading, because last week we learned how to do a basic shading. Maybe next week I will teach you how to do a shading in advanced way, like in many lighting scenario and also environment scenario. That is all actually. And oh my gosh, Raymax, you deleted a lot of comments. Why? You don't have to do that. I haven't seen your comment. I cannot see it. So yeah, I think that is all. You don't have any question? You don't have to ask it now. You can ask it later, or just anytime. You can ask it in the middle of my stream. Alright, that is all. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next art lessons. And yeah, bye bye. Otsurisu, thank you for watching. Bye bye.